Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
I love that intro and outro, man. Yo, Mickey, you said we was going to do the video. What are we waiting for? Chat was good. Happy Sunday, everybody. Shout out to all the members. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to all the mods in the building. Happy Sunday once again. Y'all see the title, but before we even get into that, I want to let y'all know, make sure y'all hang around to the end of the stream. I'm going to bring up some of my personal collections, a couple things from the archives, and it's even going to indirectly address some bullshit that somebody said to me in the past. We're going to do a movie. We're going to do a little bit of music. Y'all see the title, though. The T app under fire. Let's start. Let's get there. Let's get there right away. Let's not even waste no time, people. Let's just get straight to it. T-App hacked. Over 72,000 images of women leaked in shocking privacy breach. Oh, no niggas is leaked? I didn't pay attention to that when I pulled it up before. Fuck them then. It's y'all that, right? Y'all deal with it. Nah. All right. HU staff. What do we got here? Social app designed to help women vet potential dates and expose red flags has become a nightmare for users after a massive data breach left private images floating online. According to the Associated Press, the invite-only app where women anonymously discuss men they've dated and matched with online was hacked, resulting in the exposure of over 72,000 driver's licenses or driver's license photos used for account verification, and additional 59,000 personal images from posts, comments, and DMs. The breach has shaken users who trusted the app for its promise of privacy, safety, and sisterhood. And while no phone numbers or emails were compromised, oh well, thanks. Just my pussy pics, my titty pics, and my dick pics and shit, right? But not my number. The leaked content includes selfies, IDs, and screenshots, now reportedly circulating across forums like 4chan. I don't even know what that is. 4chan? T was originally created as a space for women to anonymously share experiences with men they met on dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, or in person to protect each other from scams, catfishing, and unsafe behavior. According to 404 Media, users on 4chan discovered a vulnerability in the app and leaked the images in a public thread before it was taken down. Screenshots showed ID cards, selfies, DMs, many of which appeared to belong to young women who likely had no idea their personal info was exposed. Now, let's talk about the data breach first. When this type of stuff happens in corporate America, it's a big deal, right? No? Anybody ever get one of those emails or something in the mail from like one of these banks or somebody you do business with? It'd be like, heads up, we just want to let you know we had a data breach last week and 17,000 records were exposed. You might be affected. If you have any issues, give us a call at this 1-800 number. And we may even be providing a free credit check and monitoring credit history for the next 6 months for our customers. Fuck you. I've gotten those before. I've seen those before. And sometimes they happen. And maybe it's records that don't include yours and you just get lucky, or you don't get any hits on your credit or anything like that, right? It happens. One thing about these big corporate companies, one thing they strive, heads will roll, meaning you will get fired right away if you are responsible for a data breach that puts a company in the news headlines. It's bad for stockholders. It's bad for investors. It's bad for customers. It's bad for reputation. It puts you beneath your competitors. We've seen this in corporate America. Okay. Now let me talk about this T app. This seems to be new news. Like, I don't know how long this T app has been around. I started hearing about it, I think, last week. Okay. Ladies in the chat, y'all can let me know how long this shit has been around. Are any of y'all on it? Have y'all heard about it for months? Has it been around for at least a year? Y'all can let me know in the chat. Me, I heard about it starting like last week. So I'm a newbie. All right. And just this fast, the moment that your app starts to be garnering a lot of, let's say, attention, it's starting to go viral for people talking about it. At least from what I've seen, right? A data breach that fast. I did see is it 600 Capone? It's one of them Chicago niggas. He posted a picture on Instagram of him in a wig, for a data verification or a picture verification. He's like, "Don't worry, fellas, I'm about to be verified on this app in a second." All right, let's talk about the dating scene and let's talk about this T app. Let's talk about the pros, the cons, ladies, fellas. Is this good? Is this bad? Are some of y'all scary? Are some of y'all shaking in y'all boots right now? Let's talk about the old times versus this new cyber shit. All right, let's politic. Let's hang out. Let's slow this down. What I want to go first. Is this a good thing? All right. With the internet, with social media comes internet dating. See, I come from a different era with my old ass, okay? Y'all heard me say many times, I'm used to having to actually walk up to the woman, introduce myself, have a little bit of conversation, be a little bit provoking, have a little bit of swag or a little bit of game to you, ask the right questions, maybe try to get a smile out of her, finally get to a point like, hey, can we have a conversation outside of here? It's kind of loud in here, but I'd love to talk to you again sometime. Can I get your phone number? All the way back to the writing it on your hand fucking days, writing it on a napkin days, carry a pen with you to the club days, fast forward cell phones. Okay, cool. Digital entry. Cool. I'm set. I really skipped over beepers. Yeah, we did that too. Okay. You had to be in her face. Then you get MySpace, you get Black Planet, you get Asian Avenue, you get Mahente.com, and then Facebook took over all of that shit, right? But I was on all of them. and I caught some interesting link ups from Black Planet and MySpace and not Facebook, but because those are like young nigga dating sites, women too, right? We was using them shits in school and shit. Here, you see this shorty right here from Black Planet. As time goes on, you have this thing called catfishing. You have predators. You have people dying out there from these fucking dating apps. Okay, so I can understand how an app like this can help people in today's modern world of technology and social media. How it can help you learn about who you're fucking getting in a passenger seat with, ladies, and even fellas too. Fellas get set up. You got this beautiful ass woman that all she's trying to do is get to your address or some shit like that and pass it off to the stick up niggas, right? That's why when I go to clubs and we do our sections, I never hand them my maybe I'm saying too much. Yeah, I never hand them where I live. That's all I'm gonna say, right? And now fast forward, I'm actually taking too much time. I gotta go get the passport ID now that fits in your wallet. That's even better to pass somebody because they don't even have your address. These fucking bottle girls or whoever, you don't know who they working with, who they giving your info to. All they gotta do is walk your credit card information, walk your ID to the back, take a picture of it on your phone, send it to the niggas. Yeah, they spend this much tonight. This nigga's wearing this nigga's drunk. They pulled up like this. Oh, we valet their cars, boom, boom, boom. And you getting followed home. That's all it takes. Right. But anyway, I understand, ladies and fellas, how this can help you. But let's be fucking real. Nobody's using these apps for that shit. The name of the shit is T. It's T. Nobody's on there posting, yo, I just met this guy named ARP. He's all over YouTube anyway. But I just met this guy ARP. Anybody know him to be somebody that might fucking Jeffrey Dahmer me by the time the date is over? Right? No, he's safe. He's cool. All right. No, that's not what these motherfuckers is on that app looking for. Stop lying. Cut it out. How was Shorty in bed? How was dude in bed? There's probably girls on there asking about girls too. Anyway, how's dude in bed? How much money does he spend? Does he trick? Is he married? Is he this? And I think that's just so much of an invasion of privacy. Do you want to know why? Because at the end of the day, these are not the people I'm interacting with. Yes, I might need to get exposed if I'm some predator out here, but unfortunately, that's part of the world. I think that that's a risk that comes with my privacy, right? When you meet me, it's your responsibility to decide whether you want to fuck with me or not. It's your decision to even decide how you want to move around me. Like, if you're that worried about the dating world, what you need to do is just do that much more homework on who you're talking to. Like whatever happened to the days of spending a couple weeks or maybe a month on the phone. I come from that era, being on the fucking phone, putting in phone time. Like these days, I could date somebody or see somebody or hang out with somebody, not have a single phone conversation, just text messages. And you can't even get a vibe. Well, I happen to be on the internet, so you could get a vibe of me. But what about people that's not on the internet? And you met this person from a DM and all you exchanged was DMs or text messages, never a phone call. That happens every fucking day. You never even got a vibe of how the person talks. You never got a vibe of how they react if you challenge them with a particular type of question or some shit. Right? So I think you got to take the pros and the cons, and you got to maintain the responsibility yourself of I need to do my fencing and my gating of who the fuck I'm potentially giving pussy to. Ladies, the fuck? Because you're putting my shit with a bunch of people I don't fucking know, them strangers. And don't be surprised. I don't know what type of laws or is around this, like this whole T shit. I Googled it real quick to see if there's been any cases, any criminal cases around the T apps thus far. Nothing has come up. God willing, thank God. Right. But this is one of them type of situations that people get killed for. People get put in very bad situations. Money will be lost. Divorces will be filed. All types of shit. Because this person I never met is running around with my fucking ID. Because this person I never met is running around with pictures of me fresh out the shower or some shit. And I intended to send that just to this person right here that I met from a DM last month or some shit. That's too much of an invasion of privacy. Now, girls will be girls, guys will be guys. I never had a fucking problem with girl talk. Go ahead, talk about me to your girls. Most women learn that you can't talk to your girl. You shouldn't talk to that if he's giving it up a certain way. You shouldn't talk to your girls about it, because the moment that they see that nigga, they're gonna address him with his eyes. They're gonna look at him through that lens. I don't ever want to see no naked pictures of my niggas' wives. I don't want to see no compromised pictures of them. I don't want never, because I don't ever want to look at her in that frame. Right? You go ahead and give my or talk about me, boom, and then next thing you know, can I say that shit on you? It was somebody once upon a time. So therefore, when I say once upon a time, it doesn't give a time frame. I could be talking about I can't say the 80s. I was too young. I could be talking about the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, or current day, right? I won't put a time frame. It was somebody, some of y'all might know the person actually. It was somebody that once told me, I would never want people to know that you and I date, because I swear to God on everything. This is what the person told me. They say, especially in person, I don't know where it comes from. I even had somebody tell me this 2 days ago. There's something about my presentation that is intimidating, but not in a physical manner. I've heard that many times over my life, right? I have some semi understanding of what it comes from, but I'm not even gonna get into all that shit because it ain't really about me. But the person told me that you give off something that makes people almost scared, make certain women scared, like, damn, like that's not, I don't know if I can, or whatever, right? Whatever, right? And she told me, she said, if people knew how much down to earth you are in person, like you would get attacked and then it would become that person's competition that much more. And I was just like, what am I, a fucking Jezebel out here? No, I'm not. But that's what I am used to. And that's what I would like the world to fucking stay to, despite the social media boom, right? Girl talk. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, tell your girl, or like same neighborhood, even same state. You know what I'm saying? Certain states, everybody knows each other from the party scene or the club scene or the strip club scene. And go ahead and have your conversations. Fellas gonna do that shit forever too. Cool. Look at Superhead. How the fuck you think Superhead became Superhead? Nigga, I got a chick named Superhead. She gives Superhead. Just moved in the building. Even gave us, that's God talk. He should have maybe put it on a song, Kiss, but that I get it. That's all good. But if you got my fucking pictures and my ID on an app, we going too far. And I would like to say this. I think that if you are obsessive over an app like that, I think it shows a level of insecurity. Or maybe you're just not good at dating. What do I mean by that? if I say somebody is good as dating, this is what I expect. How many people raise their hand and say, I'm a good judge of character? Are you really? Are you really? Some people have intuition. Some people can have a conversation with somebody. Some people could meet somebody and say, this is somebody I'm going to take the next step with. The next step could be simple conversations on the phone, maybe going out for dinner, all that type of shit, right? You're supposed to have a certain course of action before you spread your legs to this nigga, right? And if you don't have those steps and you don't have that intuition, if you don't have that experience, then back the fuck up or learn or slow down or get some advice or go have some conversations with the OG. Go speak to your aunt, your older sister, your mother. Learn then. How else are y'all teaching y'all daughters? Is this what y'all would teach y'all daughters? If you meet somebody in a club, just hop on a T app. That's what you would teach your daughter, your 15-year-old daughter that's starting to look at boys. That's what you would teach her. We gotta check these niggas out on T app. What the fuck you think you're gonna get? You fuck around and get some incorrect shit there, man. Listen, there's so much hate that's probably going on there too, fellas. How many times have we crossed paths with the if I can't have him, nobody will type of energy? It's hate. It's hate. You got me on this app 1000% lying about me because I don't fuck with you no more, because I broke up with you, because I divorced you, because I left you, because I stopped paying for shit. Oh, damn, I can't say that neither. I got so many real world life experiences and examples. This one ain't even about me. It's really about this fucking girl I know. There's a guy I know. I just can't go nowhere. I ain't gonna say I'm close to him. I'm an associate. It's a guy I know. He's not a sugar daddy, but he's got a lot of money and he's a gift giver. And the moment he stopped giving, oh boy, with this woman, she lost her fucking mind. Now imagine she turned and just started spewing this type of hatred on the T app, and y'all get the wrong impression of this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is fucking whack. And all you people that ran to that shit because you started hearing about it over the last week or two and put your ID out for your face verification or that type of shit. And if your data's all out there, I'd like to say this, people. If you think you're signing up for a fucking app for safety, there's better ways to be safe. I'm not going to trust a T app to make sure I'm keeping myself safe based on who I'm dating. Okay? That's why it's called T. The people that are really there, they're just looking for fucking dirt. All right? Stay off of this shit. Don't put your ID on this shit. They're already threatening y'all, saying when the fellas get one, it's a wrap, if there's not one already. And when the fellas get one, I'm cool on it. I've had enough years and experience of trying to just make sure I understand me, who's in front of me. I'm not going to no fucking app and asking about, yo, so what's up with Jay from the chat? Is she married? Is she? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You will never see me. You will never be able to screenshot the real me unless somebody just impossible. You'll never be able to screenshot the real me on one of these fucking apps. But if my pictures end up there, let me know, y'all. I'm done with the fucking T app, man. The fuck T app. Y'all got it. All right, let's move on. Are we gonna be able to put this to bed once and for all? Probably not. Probably not, because the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese thing has become racially charged across many fans, many people. Shaq over here talking about punching people in the face behind Angel Reese, right? That was what, RG3? And it definitely spun out of hand, but the spinning out of hand, I bet you 1000% the WNBA endorses, because they've made a lot of money off of all of this beef and all this drama. And it's the highest profile thing in the WNBA since, I don't know. But Ice Cube, man, we was just talking about Ice Cube yesterday as it relates to Ari Spears. Did y'all see my Ari Spears take? I hope y'all saw my Ari Spears take. One of my homies texted me yesterday and said, yo, you fucking dragged Ari Spears. And I was just like, yo, the sad part about a video like that is that the way YouTube is, people don't often watch the full video. If you get into the second half of that Ari Spears video yesterday, That's why people's like, yo, why did you do Aries Spears like that? And I was just like, just tell me if I'm wrong or if I lied. And they was like, no, you was right, but damn. But anyway, that's why we was talking about Ice Cube yesterday. So Ice Cube, sorry, Angel Reese, $5 million offers only for Caitlin Clark. So some people saw this and got mad. Oh, you're gonna give the white girl the bread, but you ain't gonna give the black girl the bread. That's already creating on the internet. Let's look a little bit more at the details. With the Big Three's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark never coming to fruition, could a lucrative Angel Reese proposal be up next for Hoops or for the Hoops League? Don't count on it. All right. TMZ Sports caught up with Ice Cube at LAX this week, and the Big Three honcho said there will be no deal put up or put in front of Reese anytime soon. Okay, diplomatic answer. He explained he's got no issues with the Chicago Sky forward. It's just dollars and cents wouldn't line up. Cube told us sponsors assured him Clark coming into his org would rake in cash, hand over fist, but they didn't tell us the same about Angel Reese. Okay. I don't know if we could make that same offer, he said. Cube initially sent the offer Clark's way when she was an Iowa Hawk or Hawkeye. She would have only needed to play in 8 regular season games and potentially 2 playoff games to earn an exorbitant amount of cash. She, of course, ultimately turned it down. Ooh, Caitlin Clark turned that shit down, huh? Yeah, her management probably, they navigating her shit right now because she's on fire. And that's a bar, actually. She's on fire. And went on to sign with Indiana Fever. Okay. With or without Clark and Reese, Cube's still clearly pleased with his league, raving about how 2025 season has gone so far. Okay. The Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark feud drama. First of all, just to close out this, before we start getting into other videos and stats, just to close out this piece on Ice Cube, he did nothing wrong here. Okay. He has handlers, he has help, he has financing officers, all this type of stuff going on. And the same way I can spend 10, 15 minutes doing analytics on Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and finding out certain financials. Now, if you're inside the Big Three's organization and you start to add in, their bottom lines, their budget, and then start to look at your projections based on working with these two women, what they bring in and what type of offer you can give them, that's going to put you in the green versus the red. It may or it may not make sense. That does not make it racial. That does not mean like, oh, he's just supporting the white girl and not the black girl. It ain't that. Well, it don't have to be that. Okay. So that's just the jumping out of the window thing. So I take zero issue with Ice Cube on this, man. They did their homework. They did their numbers, and one happens to be white and one happens to be black, period. Now, if we look a little bit more just at the overarching storyline of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark before we start getting into a couple numbers. Let me go smaller screen for this one. Could leave it there. When Magic talks, we listen. Don't get that twisted. How much money does Magic have at this point? You better listen to him. It doesn't mean that money equals listen, but he's a very, very smart man. Very, very smart man. Okay. So I wanted to play that because it's the overarching Caitlin plus Reese, Reese plus Caitlin dynamic and storyline. They equate it damn near to Magic and Bird's rivalry coming out of college into the professional league. Beautiful for both of them. Me personally, chat, help me if I'm missing something. Every time I've watched Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark since their names became prominent, every time I've heard about them since their names became prominent, I'm going to say at least 50. I'm just talking about from the sports side now, from the game itself. I'm not all the other intangible side stuff, just the game. I always hear greatness about Caitlin Clark, or I see it. When it comes to Angel Reese, you guys be giving me compilation videos of the best of Angel Reese, and they'd be a bunch of blown layups and travels and like looking horrible out there. Now, I don't know if that's just what's in the algorithm. That could be the case. Maybe it's my algorithm. All right. I'll take some accountability here. All right. But I don't be seeing the levels of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark being equal talent-wise. I'm only talking about the game. I never seen that ever since their names have come to the forefront. So I said, let me look at one of the most recent videos. I don't want to go pry the internet and happen to land on something that makes Caitlyn look good and Angel look bad. No, this video is like from 2 months ago, right? 2 months ago on Beyond NBA. Shout out to them. Let's play this real quick, just a little highlight. And I just focused just on the skill standpoint.
This matchup between Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese is exactly what the WNBA needs. These two girls were going at each other, and it was amazing to see.
Caitlyn Clark excelled a season ago. Angel Reese dives in. From her catching around that 15-foot area. Clark.
Here, Angel Reese utilizes her strength and gets the layup, but sometimes it still looked a little bit awkward the way that she was driving to the rim and getting up.
Maybe the broadcasters as well. Here's Happy. Angel Reese gets denied the follow mill. Bantam flicks it ahead. Reese goes in.
And just take a look at this beautiful assist by Caitlyn Clark to Lexi Hall.
Reese will fire the three and hitting Boston. Boston fakes. So many different places on the floor. Little mid-range.
And the two-man game between Caitlyn Clark and Alea Boston resulted into a bucket every single time.
Clark fires.
And here's Angel Reese again, bullying her way into the paint for 2 points.
Clark spinning. Bouncing, what a five!
And there were so many plays where Caitlyn Clark set up her teammates for a wide open layup, but they just missed them all.
And the O board, no. Another Clark looking to shake Vandersloot. Step back
on him.
And look
Step
out,
on him.
Caitlyn Clark.
And after this foul by Caitlyn Clark, Angel Reese was furious and going after her.
To shoot. Here's Boston will fire a three. Clark looking to take Williams. Finds Boston.
You guys start the Eastern Conference Finals on Wednesday. What does that mean to you?
And while they were interviewing Halliburton, she kept hitting these insane threes.
One rebound away. Clark leading Mitchell.
Here, Angel Reese gets a fast break layup on Caitlyn Clark.
And Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces to her. Boston. Here's Clark firing.
And here, Caitlyn Clark grabbed her 10th rebound, and that resulted into a triple-double, as she ended the game with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. Angel Reese ended the game with 12 points.
All right. Listen, I'm just gonna say it straightforward. Skill wise, Caitlyn Clark is way better than Angel Reese. They call her the female Steph Curry. I remember I was in Vegas when they had the 3-point shootout contest between Caitlyn Clark and Steph Curry. I was at like this open air restaurant that had TVs on it and it was playing, and I stopped everything I was doing. I was even done eating. Like I could have kept it moving. I was like, I gotta see this Caitlyn Clark versus Steph shit, right? When Caitlyn plays, I pay attention, right? When Angel Reese plays, I don't give a shit because I'm gonna say it, man. When I watch Angel Reese, it's one of the reasons why I don't watch the WNBA like that. I started out strong with the WNBA when you had like the Lisa Leslies, the Cheryl Swoopses, and all those. Like I started out with them heavy. And then once those ladies kind of drifted, those are like the stars and like very skilled players that came in and helped the WNBA get off the ground. Ever since then, nothing has gotten my attention. Like there's nothing highlight really worthy in the overall. And I know that they're having this big push and this big movement and this big argument towards getting paid like the men. That's never going to happen. That's not a shot at women. That's not me being sexist. It's never going to happen. Y'all stop running these campaigns talking about pay us like the men. Y'all don't draw. It's like a battle rapper whose pen is God level, but they only sell 10 tickets asking me to pay them like Loaded Lux, Murder Mook, and Hitman Holla and Cassidy. That just doesn't happen in business. Yes, your pen is outstanding, but you don't draw. And the women's league just will never draw like the men's league. Like you don't create that type of excitement, okay? Now, why don't you create that type of excitement? Because when I watch the type of highlights and shit like that, I see a bunch of Angel Reeses on the court that can't make a layup or don't have foot coordination or take 5 steps into a 2-step layup. Like it's just like, what am I watching? It damn near looks like the circus type of shit. Like people that don't know how to play. Like the skill level is just too much of it. I grew up playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? So now for me to watch it and it looks like I'm watching a bunch of unskilled talent, I just can't do it. I can't fucking do it. The reality is I don't see that type of skill level when I watch Caitlyn Clark. When I watch Caitlyn Clark, she could get on the grounds with the niggas, with the men. Angel Reese is horrible to me when I fucking watch her. I could be missing something. Maybe I need to get off this stream and YouTube her good highlights, right? And that's not going to do it for me. Fuck it. I'm going to keep it real. Why? Because it's in her mechanics. I can see it. It's like the guy, ask men, do this with boys that's coming up, do this with teenagers, do this with other men, right? Ask a man to throw a punch without hitting something. It's much easier for a man to hit a target and throw a semi-mechanical, good, decent punch, okay? You can see the difference in somebody's mechanics and movement, and really, if their physicality, their physical coordination is athletic worthy, especially on a boxing side, when they punch in the air. Like watching somebody just spar and shadow box in the air without hitting. Don't hit the heavy bag. Throw punches in the air. Let me see what your shoulders and your movement looks like. When I look at the mechanics and the physical attributes and coordination of not just the WNBA, but Angel Reese, I'm good. Now, if I start to even move into numbers, right, I don't want to get too frustrated here, because then it's going to sound like I'm the one that's part of the reason why the WNBA ain't, it's these type of people, why they can't make the money. No, it's just y'all not fucking accepting why y'all can't make the same money. Like, I'm just another person that's being realistic. But anyway, WNBA attendance is 105% higher when Caitlin Clark plays. Key highlights. Caitlin Clark has caused attendance figures to jump 87% compared to opponents' average home attendance. Clark has accounted for 33.5% of the total WNBA attendance in 2024. Do you guys see that fucking number? That number could have said 5%, and that would be outstanding. Just for one player to be responsible for 5% of the whole league's attendance is outstanding. This woman is responsible for 33.5% of the total WNBA attendance. What the fuck is that? When Clark plays, WNBA games average 15,591 fans in attendance, which is a plus 105% compared to the 7,645 fans when she is not in action. That even falls into my last point. If one player can do that, see, when it comes to the NBA, every team has somebody I will watch. You can take some of the most trashiest teams like the fucking Hornets. I'm going to say, no, I want to see LaMelo Ball play. That's an exciting motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? How about the Orlando Magic? They're shitty, right? No, I want to see Paolo play. I want to see him play. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got the mega stars, like, obviously, but even shitty teams, the Atlanta Hawks, they ain't going nowhere. Shit, I'll watch Trae Young any day of the week. Daylight, keep it going. The WNBA doesn't have that. We pay attention when forget me. I said that before I started reading this. I said I pay attention when Caitlin plays. Before I read this, I said that. Now I'm reading it, the real stats, and it ain't just me. Y'all do the same shit. Y'all watch when she plays. There's not a bunch of other people. That's why I said one person could really be 5%, and it's outstanding. She's 33%. That means that y'all don't give a fuck about the rest of the league like that. It ain't me. Indiana Fever averaged 36% more fans on the road, 15,142, than any other WNBA team. The Las Vegas Aces are the only team that didn't see their season high in attendance with Clark in town, but the defending champs have operated at max capacity for nearly every home game. When removing the Aces from the equation, Clark's effect grew even bigger to a whopping 137% compared to when she's not in action. Number 2, overall pick Cameron Brink, of the LA Sparks, are next on the list, drawing an average of 11,000 or 11.1 thousand fans on the road. Meanwhile, fellow rookie Angel Reese and Chicago Sky are third on the list with an average of 10,000 or 10.3 thousand fans in attendance on the road. So Angel Reese has been pushed to the 3rd spot. People, this is what happens when Ice Cube's headlines come out. He made an offer of this to Caitlin Clark. But he doesn't have the same that he's offering to Angel Reese. And people just jump and say, Ice Cube is black, Angel Reese is black. Hold on, we have a problem with you, Cube. You dumb business. I don't look at a single number, motherfucker. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. Everybody looks for an out. You want to know what an out is? Oh, that's a black thing. That's a black and white thing. You're not taking care of your own. That's an out. That's an out. How long you walking around with that false chip on your shoulder that got nothing to do with this business deal about why this man offered this woman bread for his company and he didn't make the same offer to Angel Reese? It's right in front of us. And then their analytics is probably times 10 of what his fucking company's doing, crunching numbers. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear this shit, B. What else? What was this last analytic? We don't even need no more numbers, but there's something else I pulled up on Wikipedia. What's this one? 2025 WNBA All-Star Game. What's this? I'm going to rank Caitlin Clark with over 500,000 votes. This was for June 20th, 2025, the top 10 players who received the highest number of fan votes. How come Angel Reese isn't even on the top 10 in this list? What the fuck am I missing? Am I missing something? Final results, Caitlin Clark, 1,000,000.2. The following are top players based on total fan voting. 1.2, she's number 1. Where's Angel Reese? Angel Reese is number 10, less than half of the same votes of Caitlin Clark, less than half. 1.3 versus 500. All right, that's fans. The fans are the ones that's walking the fucking ticket money through the door, right? Through the turnstiles, right? What's this one right here? The following table shows overall scores for top 10 guards and front court players based on the results from the 3 voting groups. Caitlin lands at number 2 there. Fan rank number 1, but she's number 1 rank there for fan vote. Media rank number 3. Player rank number 9. So their weighted score 3.5 to 3.25. 1 and 2 really is like the same shit. Where's Angel Reese? Angel Reese isn't on this top 10. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Don't talk to me about no Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese shit. From a skill standpoint, from a analytics standpoint, from a draw standpoint, stop comparing them. Stop making it black and fucking white. It doesn't have to be. Them 2 women could have, and their fan bases, let them duel it out. Let them go Kendrick and Drake and create ratings. Let them do that. But let's not be the ones from the outside looking in, be ignorant about how we feel about they shit. Let's just use the real fucking numbers and also use our eyes to look at the real fucking skill difference between the 2. That's it. The fuck? Horrible transition. Charleston White. Horrible. It's not even a real transition. Charleston White, man. I'm being a little bit lost for words for the moment. I'm just going to play it for y'all.
Oh boy, we're playing gangster. Look at him. Got a tag on the toe. My boy still clipping his toenail. It's different between my boy and your boy. It's different between me and you.
You interviewed a nigga on your platform who ain't nobody. And he got on there and talked about Deion Sanders, Beyonce, Jay-Z, a bunch of them. Come on, man.
You say I'm a nobody. Your son a nobody now, nigga. I'm a human. I'm not a dead corpse like a cheese is, nigga. I'm a living, breathing human with a throbbing, thumping dick, nigga. And still farting, nigga. Yeah, and burping. Yeah, your boy is nobody, nigga. So you got me confused with your toe tag boy. They left the boy with a hump in the ground. And you got the nerve to have a mouth like you a nigga to put a hump in your boy. Man, please. Yeah. No. Yeah. You know what? I know it's still a forward there. And I'm finna tell you some real shit, Gillie. You know why you don't like me? Because I came from the bottom up out the mud. And you had cash money. They kept you in the dark in the closet. Now, they say you could write good lyrics. And I would say to myself, what use is a candle if you keep the motherfucker lit but put it in the closet? You was a lit candle, Gillie. And Baby and Birdman them put your ass in the closet and you lit up the closet where Wayne can come in there and get them raps. You couldn't deliver them rap like Wayne could. Now look at you. You on the podcast buffoonery. Silly boy. You very silly. You gimmicky. $1 million worth of game ain't gave nobody no game. Everybody y'all talk to did the opposite of what y'all did. Ain't nobody receive y'all game. King Von, Lil Durk, Young Thug, Kodak, ain't nobody soaking up y'all game, nigga. But celebrity niggas. Yeah. I still remember that look on your face, boy, when you came to the internet. Boy, I remember how them tears look rolling down your face with no hair on it. I remember, I'm talking about, I remember that like, I remember. But you know what I know, nigga, what's bothering you? You got a pain that won't go away. Oh, man, they say it ain't nothing like a parent who have to bury a child. They say it's nothing like that pain. I ain't got that pain, nigga. You wake up with a pain I never have. Say, and I laugh like a motherfucker. Not in the beginning. I showed you some compassion because I was thinking, man, what if that was my boy? Thought that when I had compassion for you. But when I got mad at you, you know what I told you? I answered myself that question. Man, what if it was your boy? So, fuck that nigga, son. It ain't my boy. Better heels than mine. Laugh like a mama. I came to be mean on it. Yeah, better your son than mine, my nigga. I promise. Yeah. Yeah. Better your boy than mine, nigga. But I had asked myself, man, what if that was your son, homie? You a snitch? I'm a snitch in some more shit, nigga. I ain't the only thing I am, nigga. You think that define me? It don't put money, it don't stop money. You know I'm still getting pussy. Woody still getting pussy. T.I. still getting pussy. Being a snitch don't mean shit, nigga. It's only mean something to you. Nobody care about that shit, nigga.
All right. There's no need to get upset watching Charleston White. Right? There's no need. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of interviewers in his DM right now behind this looking to bring them up to their podcast or their platform ASAP. I normally get extremely upset about that type of shit involving kids, but it's Charleston White, so he's not going to win that for me. Am I shocked? Fuck no. We've already did this when it comes to Gillie and Charleston White, with Charleston White crossing the line. But if you guys remember that stream, what did I say? He extended an apology to Gillie, and I said, Gillie can't accept that apology. There's just certain things you just can't return from. I said, what Gillie should do is he should just stand down. Him and any of his loved ones say, we not tricking ourselves off the street for this fucking guy. If I have loved ones that's willing to do something to this man, if he ever comes through PA, everybody stand down, just turn away, walk the other direction. Shit, even when I interviewed Oskino, he said like, shit, he would, I think he said that directly, like he would do something if he saw Charleston White, right? Behind his statements towards Gillie's son. It's something you just can't accept an apology for. It's just one of those things. And fast forward, imagine Gillie go ahead and he accepts that apology, and then here goes Charleston White realizing that you just not he doesn't care what he says, right? So that's obvious. He just wants to have another viral moment saying some heinous, disgusting ass shit. Cool. Now, even what inspired this, you saw that clip from Gillie. Gillie's going back and forth with Cam Newton, and he says, you had a nigga on your platform that's there talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Is that the type of content that you want? Clearly saying that Cam Newton use a cornball because you're willing to get content or do shows with a Charleston White, right? And I agree with Gillie. I fucking agree with him. Not all content is good content. All right. There's a lot of people I just don't need on my fucking platform, whether they do fucking views or not. Cam Newton, he could get almost any guest in the world, right? He could reach out to 1 million of his NFL brothers and sports figures and other people that's in his phone book. And you wanted Charleston White. So I agree with Gillie, right? But that really was a shot at Cam, and Charleston caught a little sub, right? He did. Okay. Let's keep it 1,000. And look what Charleston does with that. He takes that little sub where Gillie didn't even say his name, and he turned it into this. My son is still here. I know why. My son's just, your son's toe got a toe tag. Mine's still clipping his nails. That's what he turns it into. I'm gonna close it out with this. I don't want to spend too much time on Charleston White with this fuck shit. They say in the art of war, you got to just be willing to do what your enemy or your opponent won't. Okay, meaning the person in the battle or the person in the war that says, no wife, no women, no kids, versus the enemy that's saying, I'm willing to kill kids and women. The one that's willing to do it, he wins because he's willing to go the extra step. Okay, that was clearly depicted in Scarface. Right? They was just like, nah, women in the car, kids in the car. I don't care. We blowing that fucking car up because that guy's gonna get on TV and bring down our whole organization about what we got going on. Scarface wouldn't do it. Who died in the end? Scarface. Right? Who died in the end? So I'm very, very well aware of that war or battle or that fundamental teaching of just being able to outlive, outdo, outstep whatever's in front of you that is a blocker. Right? You just got to be able to hang in there that extra second longer than the person you're battling. Okay. Or what's doesn't even have to be a person, just whatever you're dealing with. Just got to be able to have that one step above. Realize that particular law is a detriment, because one thing that we all need to do as humans is stick to our morals and principles. Okay. And I'd rather stay away from a clown of a Charleston White level that is willing to say your child is dead, because I'm not willing to say it to you. Period. I'm just not. I got to find a different way to beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be my thing if I was at war with Charleston White. I just need a different avenue, because there's just certain things I could never bring myself to do. But a man that has no bounds, a man that has no restrictions, a man that'll tweet, he's willing to do and say anything, is a piece of shit, Charleston White level caliber type of human being. A lowlife as well. If you don't have any parameters, right? You're a piece of shit. I'd rather be the Scarface in the car. I'd rather be Tony in the car and say, yo, the plan was to kill this nigga. All I see in this car right now is women and children. I'm cool. We got to figure this out a different way. The man that has no parameters, watch him. Those are the men like Aries Spears. You saw yesterday's shit. He's willing to get on camera, kiss a man. You're willing to get on camera, fuck a man, and say, oh, I only do that for my profession. Do gay porn, but I still come home to a wife or a woman. He has no parameters. You're willing to kill kids. You're willing to kill women, right? You're willing to steal. You're willing to rob. You're willing to lie. You're willing to sue people and jam on your brakes on the highway, right? Let somebody hit you in the back and then call a lawyer and say somebody rear-ended me. Pussy. They have no parameters. And a person with no parameters is a low-life scum. And that's the bucket that Charleston White is in. You're better off just staying away from them. And if you have to engage them, just go a different route to off them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Let me take it down. I feel myself getting frustrated. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. I just said he's not supposed to get that type of reaction from me, right? I'm getting frustrated. Want to know why? It's not really Charleston White I was getting frustrated with right there. It's everybody that does that. Y'all niggas is bitches and pussies. You got no parameters. And that's another example. Those are the people that turn snitches. They have no parameters. They have no parameters. If you have no parameters, I think you'll do some Aries Spear shit for money, playing around with pedo scenes or gay shit. I think that you'll lie. I think you'll steal. I think you'll burglarize. I think you'll do foul shit to women and kids. I think you'll do anything for $1. I think you'll create frivolous lawsuits. Y'all are bitches. Y'all are the scum of the earth. No parameter ass niggas. Keep them from around me. No parameters. No parameters. No parameters. I could be in the utmost war with a nigga. I wish I would give a fuck about that person's child. I don't. That person doesn't exist to me. No parameters. Pussy niggas. Rats. Snitches. Turncoats. Pussies. All of the above. All right. I'm not calling him a rat, but this is a transition. Speaking of rats, but I'm not calling him a rat. Once again, shout out to all the folks from Checks and Balances, man. Y'all keep me sharp. Y'all keep me sharp because I can't catch all the news, right? But y'all definitely keep me sharp, man. I appreciate y'all. TrapBoy Freddy reportedly subpoenaed to testify in a trial tied to Mo3's murder and the Yellow Beezy case. So we already know they're putting Yellow Beezy up as allegedly the mastermind, allegedly the money man that paid for the hitman. Is he getting ratted on this whole time from dude that's already in jail? We're gonna find out soon, right? Officially. But as far as TrapBoy Freddy is on Yellow Beezy's side of things, right? TrapBoy Freddy is the one that did that viral video after Mo3 got killed on the highway. He's the one that drove down the same highway, right? Doing a very incriminating video, but like, oh man, this highway, there's a lot of traffic, it's backed up. I wonder what happened over here. He's the one that did that shit, right? So without even going back and pulling up all the clips, the tweets, the videos, the songs, I could almost guarantee that TrapBoy Freddy has a ton of self-incriminating shit on the internet post Mo3 getting killed. And that's probably some of the shit they're going to fucking ask him about if he shows up to the subpoena. Can you dodge a subpoena? Can you duck a subpoena? We talked about that the other day, right? And you can. It can result in fines and jail time. You could disappear. You could go out the country. You could say, I never got this, all this type of stuff, I assume, right? But if they're reading the subpoena, does that mean that he received it? Hold on. What's this? The state of Texas to any sheriff or what is that? Constable or any peace officer of the state of Texas. Greetings. You are hereby commanded to summon Devarius Moore. So I'm assuming Devarius Moore is TrapBoy Freddy. Is real small on my screen. Let me look at some of this. Devarius Moore to be and appear before the Criminal District Court of Dallas County, Texas, the courthouse of said county in the city of Dallas on the 3rd day of November 2025 at 8:30 a.m. Then and there to testify as a witness in behalf of the state in a criminal action pending in said court, wherein the state of Texas is plaintiff and Brown Devin Maurice defendant cause and this number. All right. I mean, did TrapBoy Freddy post this himself? Is he the one that posted it to say, look, y'all, if y'all ever see me in court come November, I just want y'all to know they subpoenaed me. Is that what this is? Now, mind you, people, nobody jump out the window. A subpoena doesn't make you a rat. And I don't ever want to come off like I'm up here sticking up for the criminals. I'm a whole tax-paying civilian. I ain't rooting for no murderers or no criminals to be acting like this out in the world where I move and where I also have loved ones and just getting away with it. I ain't for the crime side of the fence. I'm for the civilian, law-abiding citizens working hard, trying to make their way through this precious thing we call life side of the fence. That's the side I'm on. I'm going to make this clear. But since we're here, we still always going to call a rat, right? And getting a subpoena doesn't mean that you're going to rat. He might get up there and go YSL, even though YSL what he told in the box. We saw that footage, right? But he might get up there and just go, I don't know. I forget. I don't remember. I don't know. When's your birthday? I don't remember. What month were you born? I'm not sure. Everything since last month has been hazy. I hit my head in a car accident. He might do that. You know, with social media comes a super pressure for a lot of these people to also want to keep their image. Not saying that he would tell otherwise. I don't know TrapBoy Freddy like that. I don't know. I assume he's a street nigga, right? Right? We all see that, correct? So he got a subpoena. And technically, he probably should get a subpoena for this situation because of all the stuff that you've shown that you are involved with online, shown, talked about, your affiliations. Yeah, this is how people include themselves in cases, whether they have nothing to do with it or not. I can be a friend of a murder. Doesn't mean that I should be in court. Okay? But if I want to go do things on the internet and posting videos and tweeting and doing songs and this and all that type of shit, I may get my ass subpoenaed. It is what it is. And if you get up there and you get jammed up by the prosecution steering you into some wild ass question that got you fumbling in the moment, because everybody's comfortable talking that shit in the booth and everybody's comfortable on social media. And when you get in there and you got this prosecutor that's been doing this shit with you type niggas for 20 years, and he got you up there looking like fucking like Jane or some shit. Okay. When crosses all this shit, you're gonna be like, oh, wait, okay, ASAP Relly. And next thing you know, somebody call you a snitch because you done said some shit on accident that you got baited into saying while in court. Is Texas a cameras in court? Hold on, TrapBoy, we're gonna be watching this. Does Dallas, Texas, federal, it's a federal case, right? Federal cases allow, no federal case allow cameras, right? Is this a Fed case? Federal cases allow cameras in court. I don't think no Fed cases allow cameras in court. In general, cameras are not permitted in Dallas, Texas federal courtrooms with criminal proceedings. Let me just change that. I'll forget whether this is a Fed case or state case. Dallas, let me just change it to state. State cases allow cameras in court. County, the general rule is that cameras are not allowed permitted in courtrooms during proceedings in Texas. Okay. So we probably won't get footage of this. So it seems from at least those Googles, but we'll be watching TrapBoy because you said a lot on the internet. So here goes your subpoena. In other news, going back to sports again, I didn't even see the fight last night. I fell asleep, man. I'm such an early bird, but Claressa Shields, man, she continues to dominate female boxing. Y'all see this? Claressa Shields defeats Lonnie Daniels to retain undisputed heavyweight title. Plus, watch her arrive with Papoose and walk into the arena with Rick Ross. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What y'all got for me? Good picture right here. This is from Ring Magazine. Claressa Shields made it look too easy in her undisputed heavyweight title defense versus Lonnie Daniels. I watched the highlights this morning, and she got a unanimous decision. So it went to the judges, but there was a lot of talk that a lot of ringside analysts, whether they were official judges or not, had her taking every single round, even though Lonnie was game. So good fight, but she's been dominating, man. Claressa Shields has sold out the arena. Wow, people are ready to see her. And that looks like it was posted by Papoose. Mission accomplished. Greatest woman of all time. It's over a 15,000 seater, I believe. So for her to be able to headline and sell out a 15,000 seater arena, she's one of them right now. Yes, you got the draw, you got the gate, you got the numbers, you got the dominance in the ring, you got the talent. There's storylines around her, you know, her relationship with Papoose and her controversies here and there, and she's outspoken. Like she might be the top person right now. And yeah, she is. She's got all the fucking title, all the belts. Yeah, we got to start putting even more respect on Claressa Shields' name, even more from a sports standpoint. What's this? The Arrival. I gotta get at you for a sec, Pap. Pap, you are. I mean, that's your style forever, and stay with it. But if this, I'm gonna assume there's like $2,000 plus shoes. I know you got some designer shoes on, and you got a very, very loud, obviously a Versace shirt on, but you still go with a fucking Yankee fitted. Yo, homie, you can't be putting a $35 hat with a $10,000 outfit, my nigga. Like, Pap is Pap. Shout out to Pap. female boxers, y'all could show up in all the sex appeal and then get in there with the hair braided and go whoop on some shit. I like the way her confidence looks there. That's all part of being a showman, people coming out. Who was the greatest person as far as coming out to the ring? Was it what was his name? Naseem Hamed? Am I tripping with my names? I'm a boxing guy. I'm fucking bugging. I'm getting old with my memory. Is it Naseem Hamed? Naseem Hamed? Am I tripping with my name? No, I got my name right. Naseem Hamed. Damn, I was about to really disrespect all the boxing heads out there. Naseem Hamed is one of them. His wild ass dancing and flipping over the ropes and fireworks and women and being carried like in the fucking the chariot or whatever that is. He did a lot of crazy. He might be the top dog that I can remember as far as showmanship on the way to the ring. It's all part of your draw. It's all part of selling tickets. The showmanship aspect is part of this. Your image, your appeal, your look. You got to sell yourself. Then get in the ring and also bring it all together. Same thing in battle rap, man. We want to see a promo run. We want to see shit talking. We want to see a face off. Then we want to see you get on stage and deliver 3 rounds. Hey, you want the big dollars, don't you? It's part of it. But that's dope. I had Rick Ross bring out, huh? Okay. Ooh, come here. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't see one connect that whole time. That was good defense and weaving. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't think she hit it that whole time. She's going off though, but I don't even think she connected. CompuBox got to pay attention to shit like that. Don't fuck up the numbers. No. Shoulder. No. Hey. Like I said, Shorty was game, but it was still a dominant performance from the highlights that I saw. So once again, shout out to Claressa Shields, man. It is what it is. Do y'all really want to see her versus Layla Ali? For a spectacle? Yeah, I'll buy. I'm gonna spend my money on it. I got y'all, but I don't care for it being that. What was the stats that Layla is like 48 years old now and hasn't fought for like 16, 17 years or some shit like that? It's gonna be a Jake Paul, Mike Tyson type of rollout, maybe. So I don't have high expectations for it once it actually goes down, but I'll watch it. Claressa Shields needs some big shit. She's showing the sales, she's showing the skills, the talent. She's dominated. She's got the titles. Like, she needs big moments now. She needs big opportunities. She needs to continue to have those type of looks. And if that happens to be Layla Ali, fuck it. So be it. So be it. What's this one about? What song is this? I'm gonna play this song as soon as we get off the stream. Pusha T gets at Drake and Birdman in new song. This was posted by Hot 97 yesterday. What is this? All hear the birds. That's just words in the booth. The realest Birdman. I just cock-a-doodle-doo. Sounds a little lame, to be honest. I gotta hear it with the flow. Well, it actually sound kind of corny. I ain't gonna lie, Push. Bruised Eagles, man. You niggas might sue. New Jack Needles telling on the crew. That one I like. You bitch ass suing ass frivolous lawsuit ass niggas. That one I like. But I mean, the thing with Birdman, and he even took a shot. Did y'all see the one he took at Jay Prince on the album? Want to show you around, but they just Jay Princeing. Ooh, you know, that's directly tying in the loss of Takeoff and all that. Like, oh, that was a big shot that he took on the album. I don't know why more people wasn't talking about that, but this and Birdman is expected. His thing with Birdman, his thing with Lil Wayne, his thing with Drake. I don't think with Jim Jones, but his thing with at least those guys, Jay Prince, possibly, it might be forever. And I don't think many of them are serious. He said he crossed paths with Jay Prince, didn't he? Didn't he say that? or was it Birdman? He said he crossed paths with, like, they was in an elevator together or something like that, and everything was just regular. Like, yo, you good? Yeah, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, have a good day. Something like that. I keep it rap. I keep it rap. What is he? 48 years old. His brother Malice is like 52, right? It's rap. Not a big deal. I'll leave it alone. We ain't gonna jump out the window. I'm gonna go listen to it. I'm gonna find the song because I definitely didn't hear that on the album. Loco. My man Loco, man. Do y'all know Loco? Remedy Loco? Remedy Loco from the battle rap side of the house had a very, very viral rebuttal versus Swave 7, the Blue Room, that went all the celebrities were sharing it, did millions and millions of views, went on World Star and all that type of shit. They're saying it's one of the best rebuttals in battle rap history. Loco, man, you about to get me in trouble, but Loco just he DM'd me this, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna just play it on the stream. Fuck it. I'll give you my reaction after.
I have this much respect for women, and
Niggas need to stop giving these bitches all the attention. That's why niggas is dying now.
I have respect for women, ultra respect for women.
When these hoes get horny, niggas die.
She told me I was too nice. I couldn't believe it.
So you need to start checking these bitches, keep your dick in.
It wouldn't work because I was too nice.
We gotta start saying fuck these bitches, man.
They call girls the B word, you know, and they smack and beat, and they're getting girls.
If you fucking with a bitch, you need to break her ass and shake her ass. That's how we gotta do it in the 9-3.
I have this much respect for women, and
niggas need to stop giving these bitches all the attention. That's why niggas is dying now.
This one right here, this interview, isn't this the one where recently, is it Candace Owens? Somebody used this interview right here to try to call him gay because his mannerisms in this particular video was all over the place. He's like this and all that. I can't do it that, but it was like his mannerisms was, you know what I'm saying? This is why I say, you see, Loco, you gotta get me in trouble. Like Pac's fan base is too big, man. You gotta get me in trouble. This is nothing new. We've always criticized the evolution, the transformations, the metamorphosis of Tupac over the years. All right. We met some of our favorite rappers the same way they are today. Like let's take a 50 Cent. We met 50 Cent as a street nigga, as a gangster. His first album was Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm showing up to all my concerts in a bulletproof vest. I just got shot 8-9 times or whatever. All his mixtapes, early mixtapes, when we were coming to learn about him, he's beefing with people, Murder Inc. and Ja Rule and Queens Drug Lords and the Supreme Team and all that shit. This is how we met 50 Cent. How to Rob comes out. He's dissing everybody, ruffling feathers. Some niggas got mad. Some niggas took it and laughed it off like a Busta Rhymes. Jay-Z acted like he laughed it off, and then he came back with his shot on stage. This is how we met 50 Cent. A whole disruptive gangster, fucking with people, beefing, getting shot, knocking niggas out. That's how we met him. It's not how we met Pac. It's not how a lot of people met Pac. Pac, you know, later on, when he turns into allegedly a Pyru and it's thug life and, you know, his changes towards women. And here's the thing about Pac, man. I do believe that Pac always had chameleon-like ways, very adaptive. You could put him on a different coast because he's not from the West Coast, is he? Right? He will adapt. He will become one of them. You could put him on the East Coast. You could put him in this pocket of rappers. You could put him around these people. You could put him in the acting field. You could put him. I think he's got chameleon-like ways. I'm not saying that doesn't make him authentic. I think maybe he became more into, what's the right way to say this so nobody gets mad at me? His natural cause to me was a speaker. All right. I think that's his that was his biggest calling to me. People saw the Black Panther like ways in him. The way that he would stand up to police, or you see the videos of him ice grilling the police that he allegedly shot in court, like when he stood in front of them. A lot of people fold in court and show you who they really are. I think his rebellious ways was his real calling. The rebel Tupac, the public speaker Tupac, somebody that would have been out here speaking against police brutality. He would be a type of guy to lead a new era Black Panther movement. That's what I believe of Tupac. The acting shit, he was stellar at it because he had a lot of natural acting ability. The rapper side of him, I don't know how authentic we want to give him for his rapper persona, but I will give him the respect of I think that he was a visionist. I think he was a creative, and I think he was a rebel for some good causes. And I think that's what I always would have loved to see his impact on continued. Very groundbreaking, charismatic personality. So rest in peace to Pac. All right. And now's my way of really being honest about how I look at him, so that Loco don't get me in fucking trouble for playing that shit. All right, we're done with our news. As promised, I got some stuff to show y'all. Y'all might think I'm taking a shot at somebody. I am, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am who I am. You dig into the background of the people that know me, you will find totally opposite of what some of these clowns have said recently. Like, his rich Guyanese father owns a real estate empire, and also his father is some boxing whatever. So just because I'm moving into the entertainment, this is like 20% for you fuck niggas, you fuck boys, and 80% just for the people in the chat that fuck with me. This is me getting more and more interpersonal over time and just letting y'all in more and more of who the fuck I am. A lot of y'all pretty much got a read on that already, right? Some of y'all know me 10 plus years, but I've always been a big boxing fan, okay? I never professionally or nothing like that boxed myself ever. I did a lot of training over the years. I did a lot of sparring over the years. Shout out to my boy Alex, white boy Alex from LA Fitness, man. We used to work out, hit the weights, do our cardio, and then go in the mirror room and train. We exchanged mitts and gloves and train and box. And then I did a lot of pad work. I did a lot of footwork training. Like I said, never tried to box professionally because I always made my decision a long time ago that all it takes is a jab to change your facial features for the rest of your life. It could be not greased up the right way and the leather slide across your face and there goes a nice scar on your face for the rest of your life, or there goes the right jab that flattens your nose and breaks your nose for the rest of your life. And I'm not doing it. I'm not making no money from this shit. So I love it as sport. But no, I ain't trying to. Don't start DMing me. Yo, ARP, let's spar. No, fuck you. No. So I put a couple videos up over the years here and there of like just shadow boxing and shit. But it's my father that got me into boxing. My father was somebody. He boxed Golden Gloves, and then that was it. He never made money in boxing. He never did anything professionally. He never gave me $1 from boxing, nothing like that. My father, if you go to his crib, his apartment, he's got some Golden Gloves hanging on his wall, and that's like one of his accomplishments, right? Like he still lives in that era. Like, once upon a time, I boxed Golden Gloves, and it's like, yeah, pops, we know you're the man. You know what I'm saying? And my father's nice. And one time, I was shadowing with my father once, and without putting a single strikeout, he beat me. You know, it was just all footwork. You know, the way he was in and out and moving and dancing around me and shit. And that's when I started teaching my boy Alex, like, when we get into this gym, we are never going to start pad work. We are never going to start hitting the bag. We're never going to start sparring. We're going to just dance for the first 30 minutes of every time we train. And my father taught me that, like, just movement. It's your feet. You know, we got boxes like a Tito Trinidad that we call the Tito Trinidads of the world plotters. Sometimes they could just plot forward, right? And he was a star, and he was knocking everybody the fuck out. That left hook and that right cross. The Tito Trinidads of the world, the Ricky Hattons of the world, they can't fight going backwards. The Mayweathers of the world, they could fight circling left, circling right, backwards, forwards, angles. It's your feet, and it's your coordination with your feet. And this is, I have like a little room that I have a lot of sports stuff, like my trophies from when I was younger, playing certain sports and shit. And also I have a bunch of boxing memorabilia and some of my favorite boxing moments. This is one of them, right? This is one of them. This is one of my favorite fights of all time Bernard Hopkins versus Tito Trinidad. Who's stronger? Tito Trinidad. Who's a harder puncher? Tito Trinidad. Who was more popular at the time? Who's the bigger fighter? Who probably walked in there? Well, I shouldn't say who had more confidence because Bernard had a lot of confidence. But this Philly tactician, Bernard Hopkins, if you analyze this fight, the way that he broke down Tito Trinidad and then eventually put him on his ass, it's one of my favorite fights to just study. And Bernard Hopkins became one of my favorite boxers of all time from this fight. I just can't detail enough. You just got to watch it with a boxer's eye and just study what he does round by round, the clever nature and the boxing ability of Bernard Hopkins. Philly, you got one forever for multi-generations in Bernard Hopkins. But continuing, and now I'm going to get to something personal in a second. Bear with me. Another one of my favorite fights of all time. Got Girov or Girov, however you pronounce it, versus James Toney. This is another one to study. This one's autographed. All right, this one's autographed. I think I got the authenticity certificate on the back. Yeah, there you go. I have the certificate on the back. He put him down, what, in the 12th round? James Toney was another one of he is one of my favorite boxers to watch and to study. Not one of the heaviest punches in the world, but his defensive pockets that he could sit in. He does what Mayweather does just as good, if you ask me. Right. And another more current boxing fight to analyze defensively of him is him versus Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield went to his corner and complained that he threw his shoulders out because James Toney is standing right in front of him, yet he couldn't hit him. Study it. Disgusting. Disgusting. You want to see who my favorite boxer is of all time? The most naturally gifted boxer ever. Ever. Roy Jones Jr. It's the most naturally gifted. And that's why he was so unorthodox. That's why he trained with roosters and shit. That's why that leaping left hook is something that almost no gym will teach you. Right? That's just his thing, right? That's why there's periods of his career where he pretty much abandoned his jab, which any gym is going to teach you to learn first, right? He didn't have to use it. In this particular fight, he did, though. That person with his back turned, that's Vinny Pazienza. Another one of my favorite boxing fights to study of all time. This is the first time in CompuBox history where a boxer went untouched in a round. This is another one, too, where somebody went to the corner. It was like, oh, shit. Vinny Pazienza, he went to his corner. He started telling his trainers, I can't reach him. I can't get to him. And his counter. He actually brought his jab out, Roy, in this fight. And that shit looked like a piston, the way he was jabbing the shit out of Vinny. And then anytime Vinny would throw something in the air, anything, the way that Roy would take that slight little step back, and it's not a pull counter. That was like Emmanuel Stewart's favorite thing to train. It wasn't a pull counter. It's just like a little step back and then left hook counter. And it's one of the best counters or countering of an entire fight that you will ever watch. And Vinny complained about it in the corner, like, I can't do anything. I just keep getting hit anytime I try to make a move. It's my favorite boxer of all time. Watching him go down versus Tarver was heartbreaking. Kelly, what up? So my homegirl, Kelly's house, my homegirl, she was there with her man too. Her man was voting against Roy Jones, and we was in there talking shit the whole night. Roy Jones the best. Are you kidding me? Boom, boom, boom. It was like second round. Roy Jones went down, and I thought I was in a nightmare. I thought I was dreaming. The dude stood up over me. Like, ah! I wanted to break his face for that. I was just like, the God was on the ground. The God was on the ground. Roy Jones. And he was never the same after that. Second favorite boxer of all time. This is why you'll have a couple spineless trolls and clowns say the money that I think ARP has, and I'm broke. Like, why y'all trying to make me rich? Well, you guys is clowns. Like, just say that you want to be me or some shit. I'm not rich. I'm broke, baby. Like, I'm out here, regular guy, hustling, trying to get my little podcast together, right? Why y'all want me to be rich? Does it kind of like justify your failure somehow of that? Oh, somebody gave, we already broke that down, but this is where they get it from. They get it from this, right? It's me with Floyd. Oh, this is me at one of my heaviest too. Now, if I want to pat myself on the back, pay attention. Like my shoulder is the size of his head. This is how small Floyd Mayweather is in person. Okay, pick him up and just drop him somewhere. He's a small, very, very small guy in person. But this is posted on my Instagram to this day. This is posted on my Facebook to this day. This is receding hairline ARP. Yeah, I did have a stint where I was working in boxing promotions, which was a great place for me considering I was such a big boxing fan. You know who put myself there? Me and nobody else. There's nobody that earned that opportunity for me to work in boxing promotions other than me. Nobody, not a family member, not a friend, nobody put me there. I put myself there from grinding, right? So people are so much dick suckers in the world. They'll take a picture from my Instagram and they'll say, this Guyanese brother-in-law paid Floyd Mayweather $50,000 to give ARP a job and boxing promote. Like, what? Like, people just, you must be doing something right when people just create shit on you. Like, you fucking dick suckers. But that's a couple that I pulled out of my little memorabilia room. And it shows, and you can hear it in the way I talk. It shows some of my boxing fan and history, right? I'll show y'all one more. My favorite boxer, once again, of all time. Oh, this one is signed. This one's from my memorabilia room too. That one's signed. It's got the shirt on the back. All right. So that's a dope one. Shout out to Roy. Shout out to Roy. I actually had a chance to work alongside my favorite boxer of all time, Roy Jones, which was an epic moment for me. Real cool dude. Real down to earth guy. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I brought up one more, and it has nothing to do with boxing. But it is from my memorabilia room. The smartest person from the best TV show of all time, Lester. And this one's autographed, and it's got the shirt in there too, right? I probably find, memorabilia from anybody on the wire, but I went after this one, not because he's my favorite character from the show, but because he's the smartest one from the show. And I just like the way Lester navigated the entire series from the beginning, when he was quiet, sitting there crafting little dolls and shit, and had everybody curious about who and what he was, to him unfolding, to putting even the arrogant star of the show, McNulty, in his place, and being essentially at the middle of even capturing the Marlows of the world, unlocking the codes and everything. Lester, the genius that they wrote into his character over the show is just incredible. So I got that one in my memorabilia room too. Okay. What else? All right, quick music and movies. I just brought up two joints real quick from two separate people. These are two guys that I felt like were supposed to be in a better spot because I really was rocking with them at the time. Hell Rel, right? And this was his first album. It's actually a good album. There's some shit on it. For the hell of it. We know what happened with Hell Rel, especially after all his online controversy and getting ran down on a restaurant and his departure or separation from the Diplomats. That happens a lot, man. Like, you're with a group, and the group or the big artists within the group really are what's providing the energy to everybody else. And the moment you don't have that attachment anymore, you're out of here. Without the Diplomats, Hell Rel out in the world on his own, he never survived, like, as far as his appeal, never survived. You don't have Cam and Jim and all those, or Joel's next to you, it's a wrap. Unfortunately, that happens so much. And this is the other guy. I thought he was gonna be next up. I-20. Do y'all know I-20? I-20 had the classic verse to me, fighting in the club. Dealer bitch. I thought he was a good rapper, and he was the only person at the time with that fucking super husky ass voice, sounded like Shine a little bit. It's a good album too, man. They fighting in the club, we thugged out, open up out, we get drugged out. You know they fighting in the club. That's my shit. I'm about to play that after the stream too. That's my shit to this day. I don't know where Dealer is at, man. What's up with Dealer? What's up with Dealer? Dealer, bitch. Movie wise, many of us have seen it. I just feel like when we talk about hood classics, we don't talk about this one enough. Street Kings. Why don't we talk about Street Kings more? Can we give Street Kings the classic label? I don't know. I wanted to bring this movie up the other day and I forgot because we was talking about when we did that true crime segment and we was talking about those underground child sex trafficking circuits and all that. Remember we mentioned they showed that in the beginning of Street Kings, right? This might be a classic. I ain't gonna lie. It might be a classic. Common killed this role too. Common was sinister as fuck. Chad, if you haven't seen this movie, watch it ASAP. Super dope movie. All right. That's everything for today. What do we got in the chat? We got Don Bean kicking off at 7:46. When did we go live? At 8? We went live at like 8 a.m., right? Yeah. So even before the stream started, once again, some folks kick the streams off. You got to be here when it starts. Don Bean, our member, he gifted a joint before the stream even cut on. Get here when we start, people. Shout out to Don Bean, man. Appreciate you. Y'all know Jay is in the building with her super sticker. Appreciate you, Jay. Jay gifted a membership as well before the stream started, 7:53. 7:53. And then at 7:57, she gifted another membership. Be here early. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. Thank you, Don. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are dope. Come on, Jay. What are you doing here? 8:03. She comes with another 10. 3 minutes into the stream, she said, listen, man, if you hear, you hear. Jay going off. And then we got I remember KX as well. This one was at 8:12. So once again, very early in the stream. Shout out to you once again, KX. I appreciate you, homie. We had one from Don. So 1, hold on, 2, 3, 4, 14, 15. A total of 15 memberships that went out before we got 15 minutes into the stream. Be here when we start if you want a membership, people. Membership exclusive wise, you will continue to see a lot of clips go in that direction. Or I shouldn't say a lot, I'll say more. There'll also be some stuff that's not on the stream that's going up. But I also got that sponsored battle coming up in October. And I got Full Circle card that's going to be before this year's over. All that. Some of those battles, there might be some of the Full Circle battles that I leave members only forever. So the thing about the members only battles and Full Circles that I've dropped so far, what happens is it'd be like members only for like the first week or two. And then the rest of YouTube gets it. That's my only way to get something back for fucking paying thousands of dollars for some of those battles and not charging any tickets or VOD or pay-per-view. It's like, I get something back, you know. But I might book some members only and stay like that permanent battles as well. I gotta budget that. I gotta see. I'll work that out for y'all. But appreciate y'all as always. It's Sunday. I'll tell you one more quick thing before I'll let y'all know before I get up out of here. I'm about to get into my little kitty bag. I'm about to bitch. I'm about to act like a little baby for y'all. New fear unlocked. New fear unlocked. So yesterday I stopped at Lowe's, bought a new outside umbrella, you know, those big umbrellas to shade whatever areas of your yard or whatever. Some people put them on their patios and shit. I needed a second one of those. And I wanted to move over the current one that I had, you know. So I put my hand underneath the umbrella, and I'm unwinding it. And all of a sudden, a truck hit my fucking hand. And I took off light speed like a bitch. A truck hit my hand, B. And I looked down, and I was expecting my thumb to be gone. I looked down, I was like, my thumb's going to be gone when I look. Whatever just happened while I was unloading or undoing my umbrella and winding it out, something happened underneath, and I lost the fucking thumb. It's gone. And I looked down, and I was like, okay, good. Thumb's still there. Good job. Good job. You know what it was, B? This is where y'all about to be like, oh, he's a bitch. It's 2 hornets. Now, I've been stung by a million bees over the years, especially as a kid, playing around little bees nests and shit. I've been stung by a million fucking bees. I don't think I ever got hit by a hornet or multiple hornets. I had to Google it. After the shit went down, it was all swollen as fuck yesterday. I had to Google it. I was just like, yo, first of all, let me double check on their level of venom, because hornets have a little bit of venom, right? And I was like, man, let me make sure that I'm not going to start coughing in a second and shit, right? But then I did a side-by-side of the bees versus the hornet sting. And like, hornets, they don't lose their stinger, so they could keep going. Which is why I think I either got hit by 2 different ones or the same one twice. It's probably the same one twice. But they don't lose their stinger. Bees, they lose it and then they die. But fucking hornets underneath my umbrella, and they're hanging like they got the little honeycombs in there or whatever. They like found a little spot to spawn their wave or whatever. Oh my God. So where the honeycomb was is like right here. And I put my hand, I'm winding right here. Them niggas said, oh, you gonna come up my crib and just disrespect my babies like that? Boop, boop. I ain't gonna lie to you, B. New fear unlocked. You would never see me open another one of these umbrellas without pulling out the side, looking underneath, because they build them little fucking honeycombs or little cribs in there, whatever. But hornets hit. They hit tough. I was very, very surprised at how strong. Put it this way. Y'all know I just got the head ink done. Was it probably like a month ago at this point, right? Over a month. And they say getting head ink in certain areas, especially around the temple and certain areas, whatnot, hurt more than any other body area to get tattooed. I disagree with that. I think the stomach was the worst for me. But I feel like that hornet hit is worse than any tattoo area I ever got. Real shit. Real shit. And I got some very bad tattoo areas. The spine, you go across the spine, very bad. The sternum, very bad. The wrist, very bad. The elbow, very bad. Close by the armpit, around the armpit area where it's tender, very bad. Right behind my neck towards the bottom or like top of my spinal cord, very bad. Head, some areas, yeah, it's bad. Stomach, like I said, the worst for me. Stomach is the worst place to get tatted. But none of them areas hit like that fucking hornet yesterday, B. That hornet hit me and said, bitch. And I said, yo, if I ever got a tattoo that had to feel like that, I'm bailing. And I got ink since I was 17 years old. My whole body got ink all over it, B. If any needle ever touches my skin and it hits like a hornet, nah, you good. You got it. I'm out. We ain't finishing this tattoo. It'll fuck me up. It's not really swollen anymore. I say the pain lasted for about like the real burning pain. Like I dipped my hand in a volcano. That shit lasted for about 90 seconds. Good 90 seconds. Then I was able to calm down. Like, what the fuck, bitch? I tracked one of them niggas down and killed them with a broom. Payback. I got one of them niggas. Right. I trashed the honeycomb. Fuck you and your babies. I know I said that earlier about leaving the kids out of it, but fuck these. Yeah, I trashed the honeycomb, caught one of them hornets, killed one of them niggas. I was like, that's my payback, bitch. But about 90 seconds for the lava hand. And then for about 2 hours after, you could feel it when I was moving my hand around and shit. And the only thing I was really paying attention to is if it passes my hand. You know what I'm saying? Because then you start thinking about some type of allergic reaction. All jokes aside, like, be careful. I was like, if it starts moving past my hand, or I Googled, like, if you feel any weirdness breathing or anything like that, or if your face gets, you're having an allergic reaction to their venom, and you might have to go check yourself in for a second. So I was just like, am I good, man? bitch ass fucking hornet, man, fuck me over yesterday. That's the only thing I want to share. All right, be careful. Hey, fuck me up. Is anybody in the chat laughing? Let me see what y'all are saying. Hornets got Glock 19. Yo, if them, he hit me twice. Maybe that was the reason why I was that bad, but he hit me twice, B. Yeah, yo. It's ARP traumatized, got PTSD by Hornet. He's scared. Like, yo, them umbrellas in my back now. I'm gonna pull it from the outside. I'm gonna look underneath. If I see y'all build another one of them shits, I'm bringing that down. I'm making sure there's no hornets lurking. Then I'm gonna unwind this shit because dude fucked me up. He fucked me up. B. What, when I attacked them? Nah, I had to get my get back. Fuck that. What is this? You city boys can't handle Little Hornets Day? I'm from New York, man. Listen, like I said, bees. All I know, them niggas is orange. Them niggas, they about this big. About that big. That's a big fucking motherfucker. He's about that big and he orange. Bitch that caught me yesterday. And listen. He kicked in the door, ran for the ice. What is this? Nah, they about to spin back ARP, you in trouble. Yo, I Googled that too. If a hornet, because there's certain insects out there that chase, right? Like hornets chasers. I didn't really see anything too crazy. And the hornets that I've seen like around the area at times, they don't pay attention to you too much. You know, they'll fly past you. They ain't really on your neck. But I was next to the crib, the honeycomb. You know what I'm saying? I was right like this. So what I expect? Technically, I'm in they hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, technically. Oh no, I learned my lesson. That bitch ain't getting me. Not like that. If he gotta get me, he gotta get me a different way. They will never get me like that again. Ever. That bitch. Yes, I'm dead. And it's personal now too. now I'm chasing them. It's personal now. I used to ignore you bitch ass niggas. I used to let y'all rock. We just share the yard. You know what I'm saying? Now it's personal, bitch. All right, I would take my ass to the gym. Get the fuck up out of here. Yo, it's a pleasure as always, y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning. Once again, I expect my outro to play properly now that I set up StreamYard a different way. Test it out.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I drop it, connected to block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.